How many times have you started saving for something and not quite reached the goal that you intended? Well, today we've got some tips to help you reach the goal.
And this video was brought to you by Fetch Rewards.
Hi, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Tasha with One Big Happy Life. And we help you find balance, build wealth, and live happy. Everything that you need to create the life that you want.
We talk often on the channel about how important it is to save for lots of different things, but it's also easy to get off track, and we understand that too. So it's always important to revisit strategies on how to actually reach the goals that you want to be saving for.
And that's why we have these 8 tips for you today, starting with number 1, actually set savings goals, like concrete goals. I think so many people have these ideas that, I'd love to start saving for this or that thing sometime in the future, or one day I'll get to that. And then years and years pass and they wonder why they're not accomplishing their savings goals. Well, the reason is because they didn't actually set savings goals. So that means deciding how much money you want to have, when you want to have it by, and then figuring out how much money you actually need to set aside every single month in order to hit those goals. So set the goal, define it, and then you can start taking action.
Second, once you have figured out exactly how much you need to be saving, of course you need to incorporate that into your 1-year spending plan. And if you don't have one, head on over to onebighappylife.com/budget and pick up your free template so that you can incorporate all your other expenses and this amount of savings so you can actually hit your goal because you have it in your spending plan.
And the power of a 1-year spending plan is that it allows you to A, break your savings goals up into tiny chunks that you work on every single month, but B, also see how your savings goals will be impacted by things that come on later down the line. Because normally people budget, say, by paycheck or by month, but then you forget that, hey, in July, it's your birthday and you want to spend X amount to go on a trip with your friends. And so then that'll throw off your savings goal in July. Well, with the 1-year spending plan, you plan for your savings goal to adjust in July because you already know that you have a different priority that month.
Number 3, track your progress to stay accountable on your savings goal. Now, before we talk about this, let's talk a little bit more about Fetch Rewards. Fetch Rewards is an app that helps you earn rewards by buying the things that you normally buy.
Just scan your receipt after your normal grocery shopping trip, and Fetch will automatically add points to your account that you can redeem for rewards.
The best part about Fetch is that it's easy. It is back to school season, and Fetch can help you save money on school supplies and lunches, whether you've been planning your purchases well in advance with a checklist or you kind of fly by the seat of your pants.
Click the link in the description box to learn more about Fetch Rewards and use the code OBHL4 when you sign up to get 2,000 points added to your account and start saving the easy way today.
And now back to tip number 3, track your progress to stay accountable. Now, once you've put your savings rate on that 1-year spending plan, it's important to go back and revisit. See if you're making the progress that you thought you were going to make, and let's say you're investing the money long term, you can see if it's growing at the rate that you thought it was going to grow to make sure that you're on track for the ultimate goal, whatever it might be.
And if it's not, right, if you're not on track, that means that that's feedback, right? I know that some people feel disappointed when they set a goal and they don't hit it perfectly, but no, remember, the goal here is progress, not perfection. And so if you're not hitting your goal every single month, then that means that something about your spending plan isn't quite right. So take some time to sit back and see, okay, well, what is causing me to not hit this? Is this goal actually realistic based on my other priorities? Because if you're not hitting it, then it may not be. So don't be afraid to revisit that.
Number 4, keep your savings in a different account than you keep your regular spending. Or if you're a cash person, keep it physically somewhere away from where you keep your spending cash, because it is all too tempting to see either literally a pile of cash or figuratively, cash in the bank on your savings account and say, oh my gosh, well, I just need a little bit extra to buy this other thing or to go out to buy these concert tickets. Whatever it might be, if you see the money there, you're just that much more tempted to go ahead and use it before you really intended to.
And we've talked before about how we have like 20 plus bank accounts in between our 50,000 CDs that we keep our emergency fund in. But then we also keep our sinking funds in separate bank accounts. And there are so many financial institutions out there that allow you to have multiple checking and savings accounts, at least here in the United States, and it doesn't cost you any extra. So just go ahead and create a special account for whatever it is that you're saving for and put that money in there, unless it's retirement, because then that should be in an investment account, not in just a regular savings account.
Number 5, automate your savings. Now, we definitely mention this all the time. It is so important to go ahead and either set up an automatic transfer when your paycheck hits the bank to just move that money from savings to keep it away from your checking account, or even before it goes to your bank, go ahead and contribute. Let's say if you're doing retirement or something like that, have that taken out of your paycheck by your employer. So you just don't even see it. You don't have to think about it. It just does the habit for you.
Number 7, have some friendly competition. So yes, get together with someone, whether it's your spouse or a money buddy, and see who can save the most money, who can hit their savings goals the fastest if you want to, or hit it every month like you said you were going to, because it's true that different people will have different savings goals. And so you don't want someone that makes more money to just be able to beat you because they make more money. So you set your savings goals and you see which one of you, how close you are to hitting those savings goals month after month. That's why we build challenges into Wealth Builders Academy, so that we can kind of hit our financial goals using gamification, right? We make it fun and friendly. It's friendly competition, but it keeps us all motivated and we're all cheering each other on.
Last, celebrate milestones. This is super important, especially if your savings is going to take a very long time. And so while you're tracking your progress, go ahead and take a look, and it's like, oh, well, when you're 50% there, celebrate that. Have fun. Enjoy the progress that you're making, because that is what is going to help you stay motivated and help you build the savings habit, because that's really what savings is. It's getting a habit of not spending all your money and putting it aside for later, something else that you ultimately want to do and clearly don't have the money for now. But seeing that number, those milestones, that is going to keep that motivation and the positive feedback that is going to then get you to always enjoy the saving.
Yeah, when Joseph and I first started investing long-term for retirement, so we still call that saving for retirement, we used to celebrate like every $10,000, because back in the beginning we were only putting aside like $150 each, and then we hit 50,000, and that was like this major milestone. And then we're like, okay, well now we'll start celebrating every 25,000. And we actually had some friends that would like get out a bottle of champagne and like actually celebrate like it was New Year's Eve every time they hit a new money milestone. And now we celebrate like every 50,000, because so we're celebrating kind of like twice a year. But it's because we're on a journey. It's going to take decades for us to reach the end goal. But there's nothing wrong with celebrating milestones along the way. It can make the journey so much more fun.
Mini milestone, my HSA is at $15,000.
Oh, nailed it.
Super exciting.
And automatically done, right? It has nothing to do with us. It just does it automatically. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Special thanks to Fetch Rewards for sponsoring this video. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.